Hello and welcome to ZSR and the Majora's Mask Randomizer Season 2 Tournament. We have a winner's bracket round 2 matchup today between Nona and Jess, and joining on commentary is Vidya James. How are you doing?
My mouth right now, but hello. What's up,
Okay.
BXR? Sorry, I'm just trying to scarf this, but hello. Welcome. Ready for this super exciting matchup between Jess and Nona. It's going to be great. These are two Season 1 returnees to the bracket. Jess, of course, has huge expectations on his shoulders. I almost said soldier there. That Deku soldier on the mind.
Deku soldier, yep.
Yeah. But no, there's a lot of expectations on Jess, one of the favorites to win the tournament, but unfortunately didn't have the bracket run he was hoping for last season. Nona, on the other hand, is also returning. Very capable racer. Came onto the scene again shortly before Season 2 started. Definitely very capable of pulling off an upset today. So it'll be very exciting to see what happens. Looks like we still got about a minute to start.
Yep.
And I did see the South Clocktown heart piece is a red rupee. So I know for a fact Jess is going to grab that. I don't know if Nona values that or not. Jess and I have very similar routing styles, and one of the things that we agree upon is that early game rupee routing is extremely important. So definitely, if you have that 20 rupees early on, absolutely worth grabbing. Yeah. Especially, good.
Yeah, I think it's, you get some early money, and if Tingle's got something, you can buy it there. Not the 40 rupee one, but the 5 rupee one.
Yeah, and Jess goes for Observatory Opener. I think Nona does too. Not entirely sure about that, but with Observatory Opener, one of the drawbacks is that rupee routing is not as effective as other openers, so you want to take any extra rupees you can early on.
And we're off. Yeah, Jess is going to get the red rupee. Nona's going to skip it for now.
So, Nona going for the South Clocktown chest.
Gets it first try. Nice. Free for 300 rupees, right?
Yeah, let's go. All that money. All right, Tingle, can you go? Oh, just getting a little bit short on the tree there. Unfortunate. Oh, good. Take two. Tingle's just right in position there, so easy does it. Yeah, Nona goes for South Opener, it seems, starting with P-Hat. Oh my. Let's see what Tingle's got for us. Red rupees. Ah, All Night Mask
is nice.
And Bombay. Yeah. Both of those are out. Both of those are out of logic right now, but take those if you can, and yeah, you can just break the bushes. Thankfully, 2 red rupees plus the rupees here, you'll be able to get that bomb bag very early, and that works out really well for Observatory Opener, because another one of the drawbacks is you usually go to Observatory without bombs, but because you have that early bomb bag, you're able to check the Walrus Hideout chest, and it just routes super nicely.
And we are starting with Song of Storms. Ooh.
The worst starting song. It's okay. We'll make it work. We just gotta hunt for an extra song item. No big deal.
Uh-oh, Butler's got Keaton Mask.
Alright, we got the Ambiguoso coming out. Little recoil flip here from Jess to just swim across the water a little bit faster. Let's see what we got. Yeah. I didn't see that hint, did you?
It was Secret Shrine Foolish.
Wow, nicely done. Alright. So yeah, Jess has equipped the All Night Mask. With Observatory Opener, you do use the Grandma to advance time to room key check. And you might as well do the grandma short story while you're there. You don't want to do long story right now because it'll mess up your early game routing. You miss out on a bunch of crucial stuff. But the short story, you're doing it anyway, so you might as well get the check.
Yeah, I was the seed roller, and welcome to those rating from CSR2. They had a pretty bad cross keys seed, and I won't go into detail to avoid spoilers.
So Nona's actually getting to Grandma quite a bit quicker than Jess, which is good. The only trade-off here is not setting up the scrub right now from Observatory means that you're going to have to route that in later, and it's not going to work out as well. But for Jess, he's able to do a big old loop around Termina Field.
Yep. More bomb shoes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, denied by the postman.
I mean, the thing about starting with storms is you know you're going to have to find at least 2 song items right off the bat and not, like, a way into the seed.
Yeah, it's at least song information, which is kind of neat. Ooh, Deku
Nice.
And yeah, one of the eternal conundrums when you run MMR is how soon do you go for eggs? And when you have storms or healing start, the likelihood that eggs is required just increases so much, so it definitely factors in my decision making. So I think what Jess is doing right here, this is a little bit of a divergence from what the usual Observatory opener does, which is just to go to the inn right away after Observatory. But I think what Jess is doing is he's trying to kill a little bit of time in order to... Also, hook shot there. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I think he's just killing time so that he just doesn't have to do as many grandma stories. So. And that he's saving a little bit of time, but he does have to do bomb bullying. Watch what he does here for bomb bullying.
Oh, wow. That is... Oh, missed that one, though.
It's alright.
Probably learning the speedrun strats. Jess is a speedrunner of this game.
Yeah, he is one of the best glitchless runners out there. For sure. And he's still very young too. He's got a lot ahead of him. Aspirations. Oh my god, the bow on Honey Darling. Yeah. And there you go. Jess doesn't know it. He still thinks the bomb bag's out of logic, but as soon as he gets that hook shot, then he's gonna know. You might as well do mini games now. Never skip mini games. Let's see. And yeah, Nona's going to be able to use that all-night mask. Unfortunately, Nona's going to miss out on the grandma short story for right now, which Jess is going to be able to route in extremely easily, but it's no matter. He's going to set up her bombers.
Yeah. Oh, I skipped town archery.
Mm. That's never backfired ever in the history of MMR. Yeah, so far East Clocktown has had Deku Mask, Hookshot, and Bow.
Wow. That is a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whose audio are we using, by the way?
Jess's.
Jess?
Just a piece of art off for town archery.
East Clocktown Street cometh to an end. So with Nona's opener here, he advanced time to night 1, which is normally a bit of a problem, because the stray fairy there moves from Laundry Pool, where it's accessible right away, to here. So he's able to grab it with Deku Mask, so that's fine. It routes in okay without. And also, we'll see what short story is here. It's just a piece of heart. Okay. But yeah, Jess only had to do 1 grandma story to advance time in order for Anju to get here, which is really good. So, very efficient indeed.
We're gonna see what Guru has here.
What's he got?
Our container.
Who cares, man? Alright, so Jess is going to set up her bombers here, routed in with the rest of the East Clock down checks, so both runners going for a similar, even if a little bit different opener, that's going to be similar. The only real difference is Jess is going to do the usual Observatory opener loop, whereas Nona still has a trip to Observatory to do, so... Bomb shop Scott. I can't see what that is.
I could not make that out either.
You see on Jess's side. Bitrate seems to be a bit higher, so we'll probably get a better picture of it soon. You get to see bombers here as well. Nothing as well.
Oh, 15234. I'm not happy with those bombers.
Yeah, not a great code. Then we'll get to see the Stray Fairy checks as well. Nothing on the first one. Are we going 0 for 2? Or will we get something cool? No. Gold dust.
Nice.
Mostly important Cycle 1 is a bottle. Though you do have the bombs and bow to make it to the north, you still need magic and either lens or fire arrows in order to put Gold Dust Trade into logic. So usually Cycle 1 runners will look at that, especially when it's in such an easy to obtain location. You want to look at that more as like a free bottle and money that you can sell to route in rupees, which is really convenient, so...
See, Nona's gonna probably withdraw these rupees. Only 4, okay.
Not sure why the exact specific number, but alright.
Maybe he wants to leave some extra tries for post-gen just in case.
Yeah, it's probably fair.
Oh yeah, we could rush Bank 3 with that gold dust location.
We definitely could if we wanted to.
Of course, the logic doesn't know that. It still expects us to have Giant's Wallet.
That's fine. Yeah, it would be a pain in the ass without at least one wallet. But yeah, we'll see Jess kind of following Nona's footsteps here. So yeah, the big key thing about Observatory Opener Night 1 is that it sets up really nicely for leaving out of West Clocktown and doing a big loop around Termina Field all the way to the South Termina Field checks. You get to route in the Observatory Scrub, you route in Gossip Grotto, you do a whole bunch of stuff. Also, let's see what's on the bomb shop here. Still can't make that out. I think that's bomb shoes, but...
That's what chat was saying.
Okay. Yeah. So it may look like Nona's just strictly ahead here, but we do have to remember that Jess did make a trip to the observatory, whereas Nona has done P-Hat and Milk Road, so little bit of a divergence, but still very similar routes to start us off. Nice bottle on Postman. Out of logic, but who cares? It's another bottle, we'll take it. Yeah, Jess also did East Clocktown minigames, that's a good point. Whereas Nona's finished Bombers already. But what Jess will most likely do is he'll finish this up, do Postman minigame, and then probably catch the Bomber. And go from there. We'll get our first look at the Gossip Grotto hints. I'll let you read them off.
Cafe digging is nothing. Swamp Spider House is nothing. Woodfall is Way of the Hero. Okay, another Dampe hint.
Okay. Then we're going to get one last hint here, just outside the grotto as well. North Clocktown.
North Clocktown, way there. It could be that gold dust.
Big Gold Dust Bomb Bag is a likely suspect as well.
Well, Bomb Bag was the 40 rupees, so that would count as Road to Swamp.
Oh, yeah, it's true, yeah. Maybe there's something on Grandma Long's story. It's another one.
Could be that could be Keaton, remember.
That's true.
Butler's got Keaton mask.
Uh-oh. I do remember that. Yeah, we're gonna get some Gamba set up for who's gonna win.
Trying to make sure I have all the hints that we have right now.
Another thing to factor in is that North Clocktown could be Way of the Heroes strictly for the Gold Dust bottle, not for the Gold Dust trade-in, but because it's the only in-logic bottle right now.
Yeah, it depends on where Bunny Hood is, of course.
Yeah.
And Ocean Spider House just gives us bomb shoes.
Good to know. Oh, yes. The Gamba. Please. Need to get my fill.
Okay, Aliens is nothing, and Crimea gives us double defense.
Yes, we did, Decker. Gamba. Gamba. Yeah, so Nona made it night one a little bit earlier than Jess. So he's going to get to Blast Mass Lady right now, whereas Jess still has a big ol' loop at Termina Field. Yeah, yeet. Just hold this spin attack here. Just gonna do an inverted side hop here, like a pro.
Alright, just getting all the hint commands updated in my own notes updated.
Oh my god, Jess's Dodonga bomb strat is so fast. Oh no, he missed the last one. That's fine.
That's still pretty good.
Lands himself right in front of the chest, too. Gomble, the French pronunciation. Have we gotten 2 heart containers so far already?
Yeah, there's only 4 of them in the entire game.
And one of them's on Ocean Spiders, so there's 3.
Yeah. Wait, I thought it was bomb shoes, or maybe it was.
Or no, sorry, no. It was Swamp Spiders, my bad. But you are correct, it's right there. Call me out, fact-checking me, right as we speak. And yeah, as I mentioned, Nona is selling the Gold Dust. We don't really need the free bottle anymore, but the gold rupee that we get from the Curiosity Shop is much more useful to us, and it's going to get Nona an easy route in for Bank 200 on night 1. And we'll get to see what that is. It's another vanilla wallet. All right.
Vanilla, nice.
Love it. Love it.
Bank 2, and now you can rush Bank 2.
Yeah, Jess is going to go for the hook shot chest here. Nona did not have enough in-game time to check this, so first we're seeing this chest. So Jess has got some. I think this is Superstar Saga. Is this song? Definitely a Mario and Luigi track. Yeah, Nona's getting to day 2 a little bit quicker than Jess. Mostly not using in-game time to check stuff like minigames, but I'm assuming Nona's going to go for East Clocktown minigames pretty soon. At the very least, Honey Darling on the way. But we're also going to go for Deku Playground here. There's a Lens of Truth on Pillar Grotto.
Doesn't really do much for us right now, because we don't have magic.
Yes, but once we get magic, it's actually going to put the Gold Dust bottle into logic, which is pretty significant, I think. Of course, there's this... Oh, say no. Okay. Whew.
Oh, that was close.
If you say yes when the rupees are on the ground like that, it's impossible to win. So
yeah, as soon as you land, you lose.
Yeah, but Nona also didn't have enough money for it, so it's fine. But we'll have money after this.
Business. Termina Field Scrub being a scam like he usually is.
Of course. Yeah, Jess is getting a little bit more in terms of these tournament field checks. Gonna go for a little recoil flip here just to speed things up. When you're going downhill like that, going for recoil flips is usually worth it if you can time it well. And there's FD.
Oh, nice.
Easy location. I'm sure Nona will get that on the way to Southern Swamp, but... So, little thing I want to talk about here, really quick. Jess is going to go for the grotto here. You'll notice he's going to hook shot it. Not only is this faster, but look at the clock as he does it. Time actually freezes when you're mid-hook shot, which is really significant because you're really coming down to the wire here in terms of your in-game time trying to make it to North Clocktown before the Blast Mask cutscene. So little things like that really do add up. So if you do have a hook shot, it's very much worth it to go for stuff like that in the grotto. And Nona going for a mega flip for some reason. I'm sure it's just a misinput, but it looked like a mega flip.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's not allowed.
That is definitely not allowed. But if you kind of press A before your shields, or like you don't input back correctly, then you do the roll instead.
Oh, we saw Grandma's long story.
No.
According
we didn't see.
Well, it says either gold dust or heat mask.
Is that?
According to Fox. Okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
And pig on the bigger one bag. No big deal. So I think Nona's route here is actually pretty interesting. Going for Observatory Day 2. And then what's going to happen is they're going to leave out of East Clocktown, check Pillar Grotto, check Rhodes Icona chests, and then we'll do the South Termina Field checks, which we saw from Jess just a few minutes ago, on their way to Southern Swamp, and they get to see the scrub as well. So it's a really interesting route. I like it. Yes, goodbye Gold Dust. So Jess demonstrating just how far away you can be from the banker. Just toss that wallet over. Gonna grab a red. Get some money. This is not only for the red potion, but also this is good for Tingle when he goes down to Milk Road.
I don't know if Justin's ever run 100%. Because you're gonna be you talk to the banker a lot.
Yeah.
When you're repeatedly handing them gold dust and going up to 5,000 rupees.
I can tell you that Jess has done like 1 or 2 runs of glitchless hundo, but not much beyond that.
Okay.
But yeah, he's familiar with the route, and he knows a ton about this game, both glitchless and glitched, so I wouldn't doubt that he has the knowledge of that sort of thing. Again, he's just one of the best at this game in general, in terms of just his knowledge and execution ability. We'll see him do Deku Playground. Nona is going to be our first to reach the Southern Swamp. Unless, of course, no. I think if Nona goes for the minigames, then they're going to be about even. And yeah, so Eris's kind of joke about farming gold dust. Now we have that wallet that's actually going to be somewhat viable. You have 2 bottles, so that's like 400 rupees each time.
Yeah.
I don't think either of them are going to go for that this quickly. Maybe bank 500, but
yeah, if your study was the southeastern Termina Field Grotto, I don't know what better way to describe it.
It was, I'd usually just say it was the corner chest, yeah. It's usually what I call it.
Oh, wait, not the grotto. That
Yeah.
was something else. Yeah, that chest in the southeast.
Yeah, grotto in the grass. Terminus Field, South Grotto is usually what I say. Oh my god, that bounce. Dude, there's some ridiculous aim assist on Bomb Skip Ball. Yeah, that's definitely a weekly play, Eris. You're not wrong. There's Nona with the bow. We'll see if it goes for Town Archery as well. I'm not surprised that purple is giving you weird names. Nisula Grotto. Nona's going for
That A3, no, long story.
I think this is an interesting choice considering that would put them on day 3, which would mean they miss out on Woods of Mystery. So this is a bit of a risk here, a bit of a gamble, I think, if they go for long story. But they're probably just banking on. Good.
It's nothing. So All Night Mask is not Way of the Hero.
No, they did short story first. This is long story now.
Oh wait.
Yeah. Jess was the one who did just short story, but Nona didn't get to do it. But I think the reasons Nona's doing this is because North Clocktown Way of the Hero. There you go.
Never mind. That's probably. Right. Never mind. It's probably Way of the Hero.
Yep. There's a very good chance. But yeah, that's pretty significant. Jess is probably going to manage his time of day, so that he doesn't have to worry about that. But still, though, that is pretty good knowledge. The only thing is that you need a Pona song for that, and you need it to be day 1 or 2 to check that. So Nona's not going to be able to check that next cycle, and they're going to need to route in Woods of Mystery at some point in their next cycle as well, which is more annoying to do than if you just do it first cycle. Because first cycle, you set up for all the annoying time of day checks that are available early. And once you get past that, you kind of have to do stuff on the fly. So your route can often turn into a big pile of spaghetti if you're not careful.
Right. And Oko Tingle not paying out.
Yeah. Yeah, and Drunus is right. Like, Nona is a very talented MMR player as well, and knows what he's doing. So, while this play is a gamble, it did work out in his favor somewhat, so I'm sure he'll be fine. It's just, it is more annoying to deal with stuff like this. Decker just dropped 250k on Jess. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, there's Lens for Nona as well.
Stumpy not giving us anything of use.
Yeah, so Jess is just gonna have to go for like... he's gonna have to go for like at least Swamp. I might go for Deku Palace and stuff right now. He's got everything he needs for it, so should be fine. The only thing to think about here is in order for Jess to get the Captain's Hat, he's going to have to do Long Story and make it day 3, so he's also missing out on Graveyard Day Cycle 1. Not that that's a big deal. You can route it in really early Cycle 2, but it would be nice if we get a Pona song like Deku Palace and then we had Captain's Hat. It would be nice to route in Graveyard so early, but not the case this time. Bank 3 is nothing. Alright, give fucked Eris.
And we're gonna get Swamp Archery here from Jess.
Yeah. What's it gonna get? 52? 53? What are we seeing today, Jess? This music is so stressful for it. Uh-oh, it's gonna be a 51. 50, 50. I don't know if Jess has the record for Swamp Archery. I know he has the record for Gorman Race. Nice Wolfo shot. This is looking like a 49 now. I'm thinking a 49.50 is what this is looking like. Oh no. Definitely a 49 now. No. Yeah, 49. Just barely, but I can tell you right now, Jess's exact thoughts in this moment are, wow, that was a terrible Swamp Archery. Absolute.
I could not do that well.
My PB is like just over 50 seconds. Like, it's insane how high your standards can be when you get really good at the game.
Yeah. Another bomb bag, so...
Not really helpful.
Two
Refill's
bomb
nice.
eggs. Yeah, 2 bomb eggs in Road to Southern Swamp.
Yeah.
That looks like a silver rupee in the tree.
Yeah, so we had Bo locked behind bombs, and then bombs locked behind Bo. You gonna talk to Tingle? It'll take that silver rupee. You're not gonna take that silver?
No.
Alright, whatever. Alright, so we'll see. So this is gonna be interesting, because Jess is gonna check the Day 2 Grotto and Woods, which Nona is intentionally putting off for next cycle. So if this is something important, that could be a huge, significant lead for Jess. The thing is, if Jess does want to make Long Story this cycle, he is going to have to invert. You do not have enough time to do, like, all of Woods of Mystery plus Deku Palace plus Woodfall. Maybe he might just barely make it, but he's probably going to have to invert if he wants to make All Night Mass this time, this cycle, because the cutoff is 6 p.m. So we'll see what he does. Also worth reminding, is that Path to Snowhead foolish?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not a great foolish hint.
That's the classic. But yeah, we do have a Woodfall Way of the Hero, so Jess, obviously both of these guys are going to route that in pretty soon. So we'll see what that is. Probably looking at a Goron or Zora, maybe. It's my guess. Oh, it's Chateau. Okay, that's not like a big deal or anything, but the third bottle is very nice. I mean, I would say Chateau's nice for routing in Bank 500 now that we have the wallet, but we also have the Gold Dust as an option, so it doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah, 3 bottles for Jess already. Maybe the seed's telling us to rush eggs.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, can you press stick here? If you have 0 sticks, can you press it and get the Kome cancel? I don't think you can. I have to test that later. I'm a big fan of the Kome cancel, but that's discussion for another day. You pulls out a stick? Alright, thanks guys. Thanks for doing the work for me. But yeah, I don't know is a good point. That Jess is probably going to store back to Clocktown right now, check Grandma's story, and then do Palace stuff night 3. See, I think Nona's going for Ranch now. Yeah, it makes sense because you're on day 3. Let's see, if Jess stores to Clocktown, then he's going for that captain's hat. Oh, nope, he's going for Swamp. Alright. Running a little differently than I thought, I guess. But yeah, I guess Jess does... They both have the option of going north night 3 to waste time for Curiosity Shop. The issue is, I know Jess really does not like going north without Goron masks, so sometimes it is necessary, though.
We got our 3rd foolish, Great Bay Temple.
Yep. That's another classic. Remember before Qual started, we were like, oh man, dipping dungeons, new meta, here we go, and then still getting stuff like GBT foolish.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Fast Boat, we're gonna go straight to Deku Palace. And we'll see. Probably do that shortly after, go for Woodfall. We'll see how Jess's in-game time is doing. If anybody's gonna make it, it's Jess, but I don't know. If even he's that much of a gamer, we'll see. Might have to invert right at the end.
Yeah, the fast boat is really nice.
I remember when Zoe first proposed it, or not even proposed it, but just said, oh yeah, this is a thing now. I was like, no, this sucks. I don't like this at all. And now I'm just like, yeah, no, makes sense. I like it. Oh, almost getting caught there by the guard.
And we have Pirate's Fortress Sewers Way of the Hero, so there's our
Oh
last
boy.
Way of the hero. So we're just missing boat archery and a sometimes hint.
And there's our Zora mask needed to get that, so pretty soon we should be able to see what the sewer's hint is. Or well, we need Goron mask for that as well. Oh, Zoe, it was the boat speed up in Swamp. I remember I threw a fit about that. But yeah. We had a... Shockingly, we had a reasonable discussion about it. Civilized discussion. And in the end I was like, yeah, it's fair. Alright, yeah, I can field this real quick. Explaining Way of the Hero. So essentially, the hint system is set up so that certain areas, it's like there, Pirate's Fortress Sewer, are set up to be Way of the Hero. Every seed it's different, and it's based on an item being required. And yeah, there's the invert from Jess, by the way, to make grandma stories. But yeah, so Way of the Hero essentially means there's an item in that area that is required to beat the seed, or at least the seed thinks you need in order to beat it, and there's no way around it. So likely candidates are like Deku, Goron, Zora mask, fire arrows, ice arrows, light arrows, bow, all the, really, really important stuff. But it can also apply to like side items like Lens of Truth is a classic one, because there's a lot of stuff where the seed logically expects you to have Lens of Truth, even if it's not hard required to beat the seed, because you can obviously do basically anything aside from like Shiro Darmani without a Lens of Truth. But sometimes the seed will expect it. For Iconic Castle, for example, doing it without light arrows, the seed will expect you to have Lens, but you might not actually need it to go through. So it is possible to get baited by Way of the Hero, but usually it just means there's a required item here and you should go for it as soon as possible.
Yeah, and while you were describing that, we got a boat archery dead hint in the range, and Monkey gave us Goron Lullaby.
Yep. Nice little temple song. Once we get Goron Mask and Magic, we'll be able to go to Snowhead, which is one of the most powerful regions in the game, so...
Even more so now that, with all keys removed.
Yeah, let's turn Keezy on, guys. Let's add a bunch of checks to temples so they're balanced. Never mind that you're adding like 3 checks to Snowhead, which is already one of the best temples in the game. Seems like a good idea. How could it backfire?
Oh, our 4th bottle from
Outback
Town.
Incredible. It's our first check here at the Grotto in Southern Swamp. And then Jess will be going to Woodfall shortly after and see what the Way of the Hero is there. And yeah, with so Nona missed out on the 3rd bottle in Woods of Mystery. So whenever Jess ends up going to Pirate's Fortress, he's going to be able to do it in one trip, assuming he finds Goron Mask. Which, it could just be here in Woodfall right now. It's true. Snowhead now challenges Pirate's Fortress as the most powerful region in the game. Here. Oh, it's Room Key. Ooh. So Room Key significant. We already have Deku Mask, so we don't care about Midnight Meeting or Toilet Hand, but the actual check behind Room Key is pretty important now, unless we find something else here in Woodfall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely looks like that. I've definitely typoed that before when writing notes when I play.
Yeah.
Happens in happens in OT as well, because that's how I abbreviate Shadow Temple. So. Ooh, nice Mask of Truth. Unfortunately, after we've already been to Ranch, so not exactly.
Not the nicest place for that to be, because you have to reset the new dog race. Pretty much.
Yeah. So I guess, we'll probably, if we find Keg, we'll probably be back to Ranch at some point.
Okay, so that room key is Way of the Hero. We don't know what it leads to, but...
Yeah, but we'll see, and I think, Jess is going for Grandma's Stories right now anyway, so No matter what, he's going for it. So we'll see it very soon.
And Nona might be going north here.
See, Jess is getting captain's hat. This is not the check we care about right now, but we will see the room key very soon afterwards. I think what Jess is going to do here is he's going to make it night 3 right now and then probably go to ranch. And if he does that and gets the staff room chest, he's going to be able to check dog race. We'll see what he ends up doing. Yeah, he's definitely making it night 3 and then going back. Yeah, okay. This is going to work out really well for Jess because he's going to be able to check dog race right away. And obviously, once you make it day 3, you kind of want to make it night 3 as quickly as possible because you want to kill time for the Curiosity Shop to open at 10 p.m. So Nona's not going to have any trouble with that, but Jess is going to have to find ways to do it. I mean, Jess has a ton to do, so he's not going to have trouble either, but we'll see how he does it. There's Massive Truth, and Jess is like, uh-oh, I gotta go to ranch right now. Jess also needs to invert, so we'll have to see that at some point. But actually, staying inverted right now is good, because he'll have more time to do ranch before everything closes. What is this? What is this?
Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah, anyway, question in chat. Foolish means, yeah, there's nothing there that will needed to beat the game. So, like, if you find letter to Mama in a foolish location, that's not going to be required.
So Jess is going to save scum this, because I'll explain this really quick. So you are able to make an owl save here, and then you can copy the file over. This is how you basically make permanent saves for owl saves in MM. It's a little finicky, but it works. And essentially, when you get Paperwave the hero, it can be for the paper's intended purpose, but if it's the only logical paper you can find, then it could just be for Toilet Hand as well. So what Jess is going to do is he's going to trade it in, and if there's nothing on this item, he is going to reset and then kill time for midnight and check Toilet Hand. Well, there's Goron Mask, so...
Okay, there we go.
It is in fact not Toilet Hand. Well, I mean, Toilet Hand could still be something, but that answers our Way of the Hero question.
Alright, we got Romani Mask out of the Zoe Grotto. So sound check's already available.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Like, that's a 5th bottle on the ledge there.
Dang. And yeah, Jess will have to invert at some point still. I don't know. I hope he realizes that he's inverted. He should. But... yeah, so we're looking... Jess is just going to do ranch, and we're going to get to see what dog race is. Meanwhile, Nona's checking Lenscape. This is advantageous, though, for Jess, because he has Goron Mask before he goes north. He's going to save time. He's not going to have to double-dip Goron Village in order to check the song. Oh, no, Nona.
The grotto outside of the Goron racetrack is nicknamed the Zoe Grotto. I don't know why it's called that.
It's because... logically, you can have Goron Mask in there, and you need to use Scarecrow's song in order to get it, and Zoe was, like, really proud of that, so he got nicknamed the Zoe Grotto. Oh, does Jess not have... oh, yeah, Jess didn't have the Woodfall Way of the Hero, did he? Or did he? I'm not sure.
I
feel like he did. Regardless, he has it now, so... Nona, come on. You can do it. You can find the chest. Where is it? It's right in front of you.
Oh.
Yeah, you can just walk straight from the back.
Great.
Yeah, this is awesome. Yeehaw!
Frog that we don't need.
K-Kona, brother.
It's actually really fitting.
Definitely. Always gotta have some pup time. Nothing on dog race, so Nona doesn't miss out. Alright, show me. I want to see another wallet on Bank 500. Nona not even... Did Nona peek Curiosity Shop? I must have missed it if possible. If
I
that's what
did
happened?
not see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Jess is definitely in a much better position right now, but just setting up quite nicely for everything. And yeah, now Jess is going to go to the north and kill time for everything else, and he's going to get the Goron song, which I'm going to go ahead and take a wild guess and say that's Epona's song. And that'll put Jess on a brilliant trajectory to go straight to the PF Sewers Way of the Hero. You guessed it first. We said it at the same time. Alright, we're gonna get to see what Bank 500 here is on Nona's side. It's a Picto!
Okay.
Alright. Jess, on the other hand, is gonna need to... I'm sure he'll have enough rupees by the time he's back for the end of this cycle, but... yeah, he's missing out on that for now. And yeah, now Nona's gonna go. Good?
I'd say I find a red potion for...
Yep.
Watsuna's tree.
Yeah, so now Nona's gonna do all the stuff that we saw Jess do earlier.
But this time with Aura Mask.
Yep. Good point, Fox. Jess still has that chateau. So, yeah, he'll be fine. The only thing here that Nona kind of has an advantage with is that he's going to swamp with the Tingle photo. So if that's important, Jess is going to be missing out for a little bit. Hopefully not for long, but Jess has done most of the stuff in Swamp already, so he's going to probably prioritize other things. Yeah, we'll see what Nona's up to with this. Yeah, there's no magic for Jess, so won't be able to check Hungry Goron for right now. That's okay, though. Doesn't really matter that much. Alright, let's see what Tingle Photo is. Nothing. Jess is going to be able to clear the north much faster than Nona was because he's going with Goron Mask. And again, there is a song up here that you can only get with Goron, so we'll get our little peek at that. And we'll see. If it's not Epona's song, it's very likely Sonata for our first temple clear.
Yeah.
Until we find magic, we can't go to we can't go to Snowhead in Logic, so... even though we do have Goron Lullaby, which, by the way, Gossip's in Logic. Gossips is in Logic. We'll see if Jess chooses to route that in. We got a couple awful things, but let's just see. Is this going to be... this is great music for the baby. Let's see. Is it Epona's song? Surprise me. It's healing!
Oh, it's healing.
Woo, let's go! Alright.
Interesting.
We're gonna have to go down to the wire here. We're gonna have to find... a powder keg at this point. Because...
or magic and fire arrows.
That's true, yeah. Magic fire arrows.
So, oops, all songs.
Indeed, indeed. But hey, we'll be able to do all that good stuff with Pirate's Fortress. We'll be able to do it in one trip. It's the 4th bottle for Nona right there. Mm-hmm.
Well, that was a song in Deku Palace. The Goron baby song was healing.
Yep. So the next move for Jess is probably going to want to kill time for Kamaro. There's not a lot left, honestly. We're looking at like Obviously, we have Sound Check, we have Gossips, there's Kamaro. I think Jess is going to do Gossips at least to kill time, but there's not a ton left. There's also Toilet Hand that could come into play, but really coming down to the wire here for checks that we're able to do. So that might give Nona a little bit of time to catch up if Jess is like struggling for checks to do for a while. Jess has been extremely efficient with his routing clearing so far. Unfortunately, the seed is just saying no. No, you gotta find this bottleneck, bro. Let's see what the Curiosity Shop is. It is the fourth heart container. What the heck? Yeah, he'll sell the Chateau. And he'll get that Picto shortly after. That'll at least give him some more time to kill before midnight. He's only got about an hour and a half to kill, so he'll easily be able to kill that with a couple more things to do, but I'm willing to bet Kamaro might be something good. We'll check that right now. Yeah, Nona's going to be following in Jess's footsteps. The unfortunate thing is Nona does have all of Deku Palace, all of Woodfall to do, and then he's going to have to go back to Goron Village a second time just to get the song. If he finds magic along the way, somehow, I don't really know where he would find it, but if he does, he'll be able to route in Hungry Goron with that at least, but otherwise that definitely hurts to go back for one single check.
So the reason we don't put Letter to Cafe on the tracker is we don't put stuff that goes away when you reset on Song of Time, like the Letter to Cafe and Letter to Mama and all the deeds.
Very sensible. So yeah, now Jess is gonna have to. The problem is if you commit to Gossips right now, you have to finish it. So you end up wasting a bunch of time if it ends up being nothing. But I really don't know what else Jess has to do right now. Maybe farm money, but he knows Bank 3 is dead, so let's see, save scum.
Owl save scum.
I actually don't know what he's save scumming.
Yeah. Oh.
Just making sure. Yeah, erase that one. Just look at the mask count and see whichever one has more masks.
Yep.
See what he goes for. I really don't know what he's up to with this save scum. Resetting for Song of Time, and then what will you do with the reset?
Yeah, this is interesting.
Trying to think what you can do. Oh yeah, chess minigame. Yeah, I guess this is fair with the bottleneck you're in. Yeah, and then this is nothing. He can go right back to near midnight day 3, and he's able to check Kamaro. I guess the reason he's doing this is... Oh, he's also going to peek this grotto, I guess. Oh, and this, yeah. There's also this. We forgot about these chests over here. Just to get yourself out of the bottleneck, you go for stuff that's faster rather than having to wait a couple of minutes. Well, not real life minutes. Probably about a minute in real life before you check Kamaro. You'd rather save scum and then check stuff you can do immediately if you reset and risk having to wait even longer. This is something Jess was talking about on commentary with that's just a sword. Yeah, just grab that later. Yeah. And then if you end up save scumming to go back to Kamaro, then you can always grab that. You can always grab that later when you're on your way to Great Bay. Oh, you're at FD, so that's not a huge bonus, but... Oh, Jess. Okay, you're fine. And you can void out here, and it'll take you right back to the entrance to West Clocktown, rather. So a little speed up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good point, Eris, but I think what happened is he probably remembered about them as he was resetting. There's still a lot of the seed left. I wouldn't say that Jess is won just yet, because Nona's going to catch up a little bit here as Jess fights through this bottleneck, so we'll see.
And immediately getting trolled.
Oh, is that the sauce? Do you just backflip? Oh my god. Wow.
Nice. Normally clipping through stuff's not allowed, but we allow it here. Oh, another sword. Okay, it's all getting reset.
Yep, so we'll just wait the couple of seconds and check Camaro, and then check Gossips, right? Gossips along the way, I guess. It's your only option at this point. And you can probably re-get GFS if you really want to. But yeah, he has to kill an in-game hour, is what he has to do, so we'll see how he rats this out.
Sound check's not available on night 3.
Yeah, so if it ends up being that, then he's just kind of screwed.
Oh, it's gonna be Gossip Stones, okay.
Yeah. It's pretty much this and Camaro, and that's it. Yeah, I'm winning because people are doing Gossips.
Okay, so Goron Mask was on turning in the land title deed that was in the guest room behind this room key that's in Way of the Hero Woodfall.
Yeah, Goron Grotto. Yeah, to be honest, I don't really know. Jess had more than enough things to do to kill time for midnight without resetting. Yeah. That's pretty much all Jess can do to kill time for Toilet Hand. Oh, there's magic. Okay, there we go.
Very nice.
And now we have some stuff to do. That gives us Gold Dust Trade-In, as well as, well, both Smithy checks. Gives us Hungry Goron.
It gives us Darmani.
Darmani, yep. Everything we need for Darmani as well. And we can also dip Snowhead, very importantly.
Yep. Oh, it's foolish. Oh, wait, no, it's not foolish. Great Temple's foolish. Never mind.
Great Bay Temple, yeah, and Path to Snowhead is foolish.
Yeah, that's probably what was mixing me up.
Can't do Shiro yet because we don't have a Pona song to get over the fence. Now we'll go ahead and check Camaro here. Get this Gossip Stone first. Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
I know you're there.
gosh.
That would be pretty bad. Let's see what our friend Camaro has, and then we'll finish up Gossips, and that'll clear the cycle for us. And then Jess is going to go right back to the north, because that's pretty much it after that. Yeah, just chuck the bottle, hope it doesn't break. Nothing on our buddy Camaro. And then the long roll. Maybe Jess will get GFS again on his way. No, it looks like he's just going straight for the last Gossip Grotto. Give him some magic, please. Don't fall in the P-Hat Grotto. As I've done many a time. Dude, when I'm actively looking for it, it's impossible to find. But when I'm just casually rolling through that grass patch, I hit it every time.
Yeah. Nona's gonna do the owl safe setup too.
And we'll see. Is today the day? We saw no required gossip so far, I think, in brackets, unless I missed something. But today, it's an Ocean D.
Oh. That is not gonna be able to get turned in right now.
Yeah, it's going to be turned in for something, I can tell you that.
Oh
but
boy.
It's not the Deku Scrub.
Yeah, it's gonna be toilet paper.
We're gonna hope that we don't have to do that again later. But at this point, the magic's probably gonna unlock enough. Just a reminder, we're just looking for either fire arrows or keg to get us out of this bottleneck and get us to our opponent's song. Yay! Let's see, I don't even know if Jess wants to route that in, to be honest with you. Yeah, there's Jess's
hand only pulled 20 rupees out of the toilet.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, now Jess is going to do his second trip to the north. We'll see if he goes for Snowhead right away, or if he tries to route in like Hungry Goron and Gold Dust and all the smithy stuff. It's pretty easy to do that, though. You can just grab the Stray Fairy, get Gold Dust, and then withdraw 500 or 100 rupees. And he's making it night one, so he's clearly got Smithy on the mind. Yeah. So all you need to do is withdraw 100 rupees. You can use Goron Pounds to easily grab the Stray Fairy at night and then just get the Gold Dust really quickly. There's healing for Nona as well. What do you guys think? Do you think we're going to find a keg to get Epona's song? Or do you think we're going to find fire arrows to get the Temple Clear song? And then it's going to be Sonata, and then Keg's going to be in Woodfall Temple?
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Well, happy 1 hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, Mary T. Yes, the goal in Standard is to clear all 4 temples and get the Oath to Order so that you can go to the moon and defeat Majora, and that is the goal. So even if we have a foolish Great Bay Temple, we still have to go through it and clear the dungeon so that we can get Gyurg's remains. The only thing that GBT Foolish means is that the chests in there aren't going to have required items, but clearing the temple itself is still absolutely required.
Yeah. And and Foolish Way of the Hero and Foolish will never point to the song on the blue orb.
Yeah. And yeah, that's another thing we can talk about. So, the songs in the game are shuffled not randomly, but among the songs themselves. So you're always going to get a song from clearing a temple, you're always going to get it from doing the archery and ranch day 1, etc., etc. So the first temple clear you get, normally that's Oath to Order, you do get a randomized song for that. So that's a hugely important thing, and one of the main things that defines, at least for my own personal style of routing, I like to route songs extremely quickly, because song information is very, very, very powerful in this game. And it's why we have Powder Keg, Captain's Hat, and Mirror Shield on the trackers here, because those are items that specifically lock songs. So they're very important. And in this, obviously, we need the 4 temple songs to enter the temples, we need Oath to Order, and we need Epona's song for access to the latter 2 regions in the game. So, as you can see, we have Healing and Storms, which are the non-required items, so
yeah,
we're going to need to get all 3 of the song items in this seed. We don't know where the songs are, but we can tell from song distribution that every single song is required, or at least all the songs that we don't have still are required.
Let's see what Smithy gives us here.
Oh, nice. Good one, Jess.
Frozen.
3rd seed, by the way. I'm sorry. I told Jess before the race that I had to rip into him as much as I possibly could, so he's getting it. Setup. Gives you the perfect position. Yeah, you can also just walk up to it and not get frozen, and then you can dump it right away. So yeah, we'll see here what the Smithy one is. Nothing.
A scam.
Alright. Trade in our gold dust, check the hot spring water grotto, check Hungry Goron, and then we'll be good. Yeah, no bot on Discord ever said it's banned. Hold on.
You're talking to one right now.
Hold on, let me just post here. Standard discussion. Wrong warp peg trial is banned, by the way. Smile.
I just saw FaZe in chat too.
Oh, and FaZe did it too. So I'm gonna delete that just so people don't see it and get confused. Nothing on Smithy 2 either.
So gold dust is not way of the hero.
We still
All Night Master Habitat's already confirmed way of the hero.
Mhm.
But there's also that Keaton quiz with Keaton and Butler.
Bruh. Always full clear your way of the hero, XD. Just don't get frozen again. Watch out. Okay, it's fine. But yeah, so Jess is just going to take care of this stuff right now because it could still be here. Hungry Goron, if you clear Snowhead, you won't be able to do it. But I think Jess is just being like thorough here. Because we're in a bottleneck, he wants to leave no stone unturned. If you find fire arrows, maybe he's not going for Hungry Goron. He's playing songs. Okay, this is if you find Cafe Letter. This is just a safety move, I think.
Yeah, alright. And here's sound check off of Nona. Yeah, let's get the audio swapped over.
We get to see here what sound check sounds like in season 2. And Nona knows the sauce. You want to do Zora last here? Because Zora is slightly faster to do last. And I'll shut up now so you guys can hear the full song. How beautiful.
Justin's gonna be dipping snow at Temple here.
Yeah, this is basically all Jess has left. It's that and like Hungry Goron, which I guess he's opting to skip. Oh, it's Powder Cake! Oh my god. Alright, so there you go. Snowhead could just have nothing. I don't know.
I mean, we know that's required because of the song distribution.
So Jess is praying that there's nothing in Snowhead, and he's just going to get severely bottlenecked. Also, he's I think he just realized that sound check is a thing, and he wants to double time so that he can not have to wait. But yeah, Jess is absolutely praying that there's no like fire arrow here in Snowhead Temple. And if there is, then he does not want to see Epona Song on the boss warp, because otherwise he's just going to get bottlenecked so severely. That's also really painful, Cations. But that double time tells me that Jess does have sound check in mind at the very least. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. This Snowhead is extremely crucial right now for this race. Because if there's something here, then Jess is just going to get owned. Uh-oh. A little long jump here. And then, yeah, you can hookshot this crate here, so you don't have to do the Goron roll. I'm so nervous for Jess right now. Well, Nona's gonna get the Ocean Deed on Gossips. Not able to do anything with it this cycle, but he's also going to be able to
Epona and have the access to do anything with
Yep. Garbado. Right. There are 3 more chests. 3 more chests here. 3 more opportunities for Jess to get led astray from that sound check. Yeah, FaZe, that is the worst case scenario. Yeah, there's the other sword upgrade, yeah. Yeah, all swords, all power upgrades. Alright. One last chance here for Jess to be led astray. It needs to be like fire arrows with Epona on boss warp for Jess to miss out on sound check. Otherwise, he's probably got a pretty straight path for it. You've seen vanilla. Yep. We've seen vanilla fire arrows before, but it's extremely unlikely. I think the consequence here, though, if there is nothing on Snowhead, is Jess is going to feel extremely behind and may start playing a little bit erratically, but we'll see. Because I'd say strictly Jess has done way more checks than Nona has, but at the same time, with how thorough Jess has been, he's gotta feel like he's losing time with kind of like, we kind of had a small bottleneck. Okay, there's nothing on fire arrows, so he'll go do sound check pretty soon. Probably do Hungry Goron first to kill time, because he's still not at 10 p.m., but we'll see how he routes it. But yeah, I get the feeling that Jess is feeling pretty behind, even though he's not. But we will see Nona with the first check of the keg song. And yeah, Jess pretty much he's last locationing sound check, I think. Which is pretty impressive considering all the stuff he's done compared to Nona.
Oh yeah, East Quacktown unhinted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not hinted way of the hero. We got all that stuff
So
there.
many required items.
Keg. Kaku mask.
Good to see here what Mr. Hugo has for us. I think we've seen another bow, right?
No, we have not.
No, we have not? Okay. No, it's a bomb bag. What are you doing, Jess? Oh, he needs the fire lit. Yeah, okay, of course. Never mind, ignore me. So, there are two possible songs this can be, but I think we all know what it's probably going to be. But it could be Sonata. It absolutely could be Sonata.
Yeah.
You mean Elf? Come on, man. Don't do me like this.
If it's a new wave, then where are the ice arrows? And Epona.
Well, clearly it's going to be Fire Arrow on Hungry Goron here. We'll see. Yeah, Fire Arrow on Hugo would be quite the disaster. Yeah, it's Epona.
There's Epona's song.
Alright, so Nona's gonna get that first little crack at the Pirate's Fortress sewers, which I've been thinking about this whole time. Which at this point is limited to 5 items that it could be. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Now we got the whole game open. Jess still needs to get himself out of this bottleneck. I do think it needs to be, it bears repeating that this is, unless I'm forgetting something, this is a last location for Jess. Straight up. I don't think he has anything else in the game other than sound check. The only thing is, I know I've talked to Jess about this, and he said that early game bottlenecks are fine, because it means you don't have to, like, go back for as many things later. It's light arrows!
Oh my goodness.
That's so good for Jess! That's incredible for Jess, because that doesn't get him anything right now. Oh my god. And this is exactly what I was just talking about, is early game bottlenecks are so good if you just route everything in. Because all that annoying stuff that you could do early on, but usually don't, if it ends up being required, then you do it. And then you, when you get out of that bottleneck, you're just so set for the rest of the seed. Yeah. So we'll have to see if Nona might still opt to do Hungry Goron, but Nona's already gone to Goron Village twice, both times without magic. So we'll see if Nona feels the need to check that. But Light Arrows there is just such a terrible spot to be, because that's an item that can be pretty much anywhere, especially with Shrine Foolish. You're going to be hunting for those Light Arrows for a while if you don't check Hungry Goron early.
Yeah, other than the Foolish area, it's basically just inverted Stone Tower and Stone Tower Temple.
Yep, that's it. And yeah, Jess is going to get his keg here. So now, I know I said Jess is probably going to feel pretty bad about last location in keg, but those light arrows on Hungry Goron just probably make him feel a little bit better that he was so efficient. Or, I guess efficient's the wrong word. I would say thorough probably is a better way to describe it. So X-Staff, to answer your question, no. There's no clue for light arrows, because light arrows serve a functionally a different purpose in this game than they do OOT. Whereas in OOT, you need light arrows for the one single hit to Ganondorf in order to beat the game, which is why it's hinted on Dorf itself. In this game, light arrows are much more useful. They let you flip Stone Tower Temple, which not only lets you clear a dungeon, but gets you a bunch of checks. He's like, what is this seed? But yeah, you also get access to Secret Shrine, which in this seed we know is foolish, but normally light arrows give you much more than just the single hit to Ganon, so because they serve more of a functional purpose, there's no need to hint them, like in OOT. And yeah, that's a good point by Cations, is that Oath is kind of the light arrows of MM, but because it's songs and songs are shuffled among themselves, it's not exactly the best thing to hint, because based on deduction and song information, you can figure out where Oaf is without needing a hint. And yeah, there's the everlasting joke that OT players will refer to ice arrows as MM arrows because they do actually serve a purpose in this game.
I've never heard that.
Oh no, I hear it all the time. Mostly from, I hear it a lot from MM players when they play OOT. They're like, oh man, I should be excited for this item, but I'm not.
Yeah, and then fire arrows, you know, it's kind of a meh item. You don't know if it's required.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's rare for it to be required.
Yeah. Yeah, despite Nona now being slightly ahead, at least in terms of progression, I still think Jess has the upper hand, so we're gonna have to hope that Nona goes for Hungry Goron before going for Snowhead Temple. And I guess while Jess is doing this, we can talk about the win condition a little bit more accurately. Because I did mention earlier, you need to clear all 4 temples and get Oaf to order, then go to Clock Tower, midnight day 3. But in terms of actual items needed, you are always going to need all 3 transformation masks. You will always need a bow and a hook shot. You will always need all 3 elemental arrows. And you will need at least 1 of the 3 song items, depending on the song distribution. You may need all 3. But you're always going to need at least 1 of the 3 song items, those being Powder Keg, Captain's Hat, and Mirror Shield. What's that? Yeah, it's all 3 in the seed.
It's all 3.
Yeah. Most of the time, you're going to need a bottle in order to do eggs. So you could also say that you could call bottles a song item, to be perfectly honest, but they get you more than just that. But yeah, if you don't need bottles, then you'll need an extra song item. And then most of the time you'll also need bombs, but bombs are not strictly required in every seed. What's that up there? Is that fire arrow? No, it's red rupee. So
Seahorse has this bunny hood. Okay, so that's a logically bottle-locked bottle on Postman.
Yep. So the reason why Captain's Hat and Mirror Shield are required is in these settings, you're not allowed to do any sort of glitches to get into the grave early. Captain's Hat will get you a song. Normally, in vanilla, it's Song of Storms, but obviously since songs are shuffled among themselves, Captain's Hat will get you whatever song is in the grave. And then Mirror Shield is required to kill Egos and get the song in Iconic Castle, which again, in vanilla, it's Elegy, but here it could be anything. Just gonna get a 46? No, 47. What the heck, Jess? World record holder in Gorman race, by the way.
Sound check is the check where you go into the milk bar and you talk to I think Toto's the name of the Zora? Yeah. And then you play notes with each of your 4 forms.
Yep. It's something that, like, every MMR player knows exactly what you're talking about, but anytime somebody outside of MMR hears it, it's like, what the heck is sound check?
Oh, Nona getting thrown out.
Oh. Unfortunate. Oh, Zora of Shame. Dude, that Zora has like 800 text boxes. It's so frustrating when you talk to him. Yeah, we'll quickly go over to sewers and see what the way of the hero is there. And again, at this point, there's only 4 items that can be there because there's only 4 items that are left. It could be like a supplementary item that eventually leads to one of those 4. But right now, all we're looking for go mode is ice arrows, fire arrows, 1 of Garo Gibdo. I forgot to mention that earlier. You need 1 of Garo and Gibdo in order to access Upper Icona, and then Mirror Shield is the other item. In an ideal world, in a perfect world, the way of the hero item in sewers would be Mirror Shield. because that's the most annoying item to find otherwise. But most likely it's going to be one of the elemental arrows.
If we get fire arrows, we can find a complete Snow Temple. And...
Yep. Get our first temple completion. But I think the reasonable play here is just do, especially because you have 4 bottles and you know eggs is required, you just do eggs right now. You just clear all Pirate's Fortress. You have a Picto box, so there's no reason. Well, actually, no, you know Seahorses is dead. So yeah, you just do all of eggs right now, and then hope that you find fire arrows along the way. And if not, then you hope that the temple or the egg song is Sonata, so you can in fact get a temple clear. Yeah, so the only places where Mirror Shield can't be is behind the song that Egos has, which we don't know. If it's Oaf, then Mirror Shield could be literally anywhere.
Yep.
The only other thing to keep in mind is that the Seed's logic... Okay, it's Ice Arrows, by the way, in Sewers.
Still can't do a dungeon.
What is that in the jail? I couldn't tell.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, so now, we are able, if... Oh, hey, Garomask.
Oh, okay.
Dang. And just like that, we need 2 more items for Go Mode. Fire Arrows and Mirror Shield. I was gonna say, without Ice Arrows, the Castle Song is not in Logic, but we have Ice Arrows now, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I think the play now, at least on Jess's side, because he has light arrows, is get the egg song, and if it's not Oaf, then you can clear a temple. Maybe not in Logic, if it's New Wave, because you need fire arrows to logically clear GBT. But regardless, if he gets Elegy, he can clear that. If he gets Sonata, he can clear Woodfall. And if he gets New Wave Bossa Nova, he can go through GBT. If it's Oaf, can't do anything with it, but whatever. What's up? But yeah, the pirates actually made it into GBT and stole the ice arrows. Nice.
Yeah, the seesaw room, and then for fighting the gecko, which these runners all know how to skip.
Yeah. So... yeah, the only thing that's locked behind Fire Arrow is actually beating Gyorg. But most runners in the bracket know how to do Seesaw Room without using Fire Arrows. There's a couple different tricks you can do in that room to skip needing Fire Arrows. So
yeah, if eggs have elegy, then Stone Tower Temple's our first beatable dungeon in Logic.
Yep.
It'd be hilarious.
You guys might notice here that Jess is going for Pirate's Fortress Interior first, rather than Sewers. And this is just because he has 4 bottles, he can get all 4 eggs in one trip to Pirate's Fortress. And then he can get caught by the pirates, and then go straight into Sewers. It just routes a little bit nicer than doing Sewers first. What are you doing, man?
Oh, right, Giant's Mask.
Giant's Mask.
That can never be way of the hero.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Moonsteer.
That's
nice.
I've seen Vanilla Giant Mist Mask before. It's pretty funny.
That chest is incredible. Often when you're in Go mode, you're like, let's open this anyway in case it's something. And it has been FD before, and you're just like, oh my god. Can't believe this.
Alright, I will be right back.
Alright. So here we go. And again, it may look like Jess is just hot on Nona's trails right now. Hot on Nona's tail, rather. But a couple things to note. Jess has not done Sewers yet. However, Jess has also done quite a bit more than Nona. He's done all of Snowhead. He's done the Smithy checks. And he's done Hungry Goron, which notably had light arrows on this seed, so... So I've played MM3D a couple times since learning Randomizer, and I can tell you that no, there are a lot of things in this game you cannot do in MM3D. There is some overlap, there's a lot of things that are the same, but that game has changed quite a bit. I'm not the expert though. You want to talk to Wayfaring Fox. They know a lot more about MM3D than probably anybody else in this chat room. We'll just clear out the rest of the eggs here in Pirate's Fortress. And then Nona will most likely go straight to Pinnacle Rock afterwards. Messed up is one way of putting it. They definitely changed Zora swimming. A lot of people don't like it, but we'll just leave it at that. They changed the Zora swimming. Yeah, a little bit of sync. And look at this. This is just kind of a testament to just how good Jess is at execution. Nona entered Pirate's Fortress Interior first, and now Jess is caught up and now taken the lead, at least for this little mini interior race. Again, he hasn't done sewers yet, so he's still going to take some time to do that. Get his ice arrows, get his Garo mask. But then Jess is in a really good position. He only needs fire arrows and mirror shield to clear the seed. And yeah, so Jess is going to get caught here after getting this chest, and this is going to put him right outside, and he's going to be able to jump right in the water and then go into sewers. So this routes really nicely, and then he can just soar from sewers and deposit his eggs really, really quickly. So Jess should get his ice arrows here, get his Garo mask. Hopefully he doesn't dip after getting the ice arrows. I don't know why you would, but...
Alright, I'm back.
Hey. Alright, so we're just at the end now. Nona's going to deposit the Pirate's Fortress eggs, go to Pinnacle Rock most likely, and we'll see what happens from there. That's a good way of putting it, Fox.
Yeah.
4 hours. Yeah.
Like how you got the Bomber's Notebook right off the bat after your first cycle.
Beautiful. Yeah, and the Sheikah stones and stuff. All the boss changes. There's a ton we could go through, but it's really interesting playing OOT 3D and comparing it to OT because there's a lot that's exactly the same in OT 3D. Like there's a lot of even glitches. Some were patched out, but a lot of them still work. And the base game itself, at least from a vanilla playthrough, is very similar to the N64 version. MM3D is completely different, though.
Yeah.
Again, I want to stress, it does look like Nona has a bit of a lead here over Jess, but we have to recall that Nona has not done Hungry Goron. And yeah. That's actually another thing we can talk about with MM3D is it added being able to play the ocarina underwater as Zora, which is something that has been graciously patched in. Also, great movement there from Jess getting up to the top of the eggs. But yeah, Rando patched in underwater ocarina, which there are 2 people in the community who screamed and shouted for that to not be a thing in standard for Season 2. But Jess and I were grossly outnumbered, so Underwater Ocarina is probably here to stay.
Yeah, and Romani's mask was in the Zoe Grotto.
Yes, the argument Jess and I held for Underwater Ocarina was that it made Pirate's Fortress, which was already the most powerful region in the game, just even more powerful, because you're more likely to go and do eggs early with Underwater Ocarina, because it makes Pinnacle Rock faster. But it kind of doesn't matter as much as we thought it would, so we just kind of roll with it. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell just looking at it from a base level, but you do have to realize that the faster you make Pinnacle Rock, the more appealing Pirate's Fortress becomes by proxy, because it makes eggs just so much more appealing. And again, Pirate's Fortress is by far the most powerful region in the game, really only rivaled by Keezy Snowhead Temple, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another good point, but I don't know. Is that you can invert underwater, so you don't need to like make the decision if you have to invert before Pinnacle Rock. Yeah, I think Nona's actually interestingly going for a couple of supplementary things here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't have to think about time of day anymore in Pinnacle Rock. Yeah.
Jess is approaching night 1.
Generally want to aim to have a day transition in Pinnacle Rock if you can, because there's no cutscene for it, but it doesn't. It's not that important. So the Zora eggs themselves is not randomized. What does get randomized is the song you get for collecting all of them. And it does become a bit of a gamble if you don't know what the songs are. But because we have Healing and Storms already, we know that this is going to be a required song in this seed no matter what.
I'm choosing to get the information about from the Cell Children.
This does speed it up, especially if you're low on arrows. It makes sense to do this, but I usually just prefer to brute force it.
Nice.
One thing you'll find with MMR, once you stray past standard, the randomizer definitely takes on the mantra of, if it can be randomized, we can randomize it. So,
yeah, like, especially this latest version.
Yeah, there's
takes it to a whole new level.
Yeah, you randomize all the rupee drops and stuff like that, and it gets pretty wild, all the things you can do with it. I think Jess is thinking about routing in Graveyard now. Wonder why we do this before depositing the eggs.
Maybe check Shiro after that. Got the lens equipped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the total number is 1,014 checks when you turn on drop randomization.
Sounds horrible. Randomizing the pots in the Goat race.
Yeah. So I guess we can talk a little bit about what doesn't get randomized in standard. Yeah. So most sanities are turned off. So for example, the stray fairies in temples, those are kept vanilla. Shops are kept vanilla with the exception of the bomb bag and bigger bomb bag, as well as the curiosity shop item on night 3, which is normally all night mask. We don't do any sort of like spider sanity, because that makes the spider houses way too powerful. In addition, there are a couple checks that are turned off. So the couples mask check, not the mayor meeting, but the one at the end of the Cafe Anju side quest is turned off. The Don Giro heart piece as well turned off, and the rewards for collecting all the straight berries are turned off as well. Let's see what Mr. Shiro the hero has. Nothing.
A Bombchu.
Yeah. One thing you gotta keep in mind if you're coming, especially as a viewer of Ocarina of Time Randomizer, where Bombchus are very, very useful on a lot of occasions, especially if you don't have a bomb bag. In vanilla MM, if you get Bombchus before bomb bag, the game just won't let you use Bombchus. And even then, like, the uses for Bombchus are extremely limited. That combined with the fact that there's only like one spot to really grab them and they reset with Song of Time, you almost never see Bombchus used in Randomizer. Yeah, so it would be interesting to see the Great Fairy rewards turned on. There's only a couple issues. The way hint distribution rather, the way that works, there's 40 gossip stones in the game, and every single hint is repeated twice. So you have to sacrifice 4 hints if you want to turn on the fairy hints as an always hint. So you do lose out on 4 hints otherwise, which is not great. As well, it kind of puts way too much importance, like too much time consumption on single temple execution, which is cool, but I don't know if it belongs in standard.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Stone Tower Temple, because you have to flip the dungeon like 4 times to full clear it with the fairies.
The most annoying one for sure. Alright, just gonna do Goron strats for the Iron Knuckle here. This is some glitchless knowledge coming into play, which of course bears mentioning that Jess is one of the best glitchless runners just in general. If you look at the leaderboard, he's 2nd place, but realistically there are a couple people who have not submitted their times to a better time, but we can say that Jess is 2nd place on the leaderboard for glitchless. There's our elegy, so
we can now complete a dungeon.
We're gonna see what eggs is here as well on Nona's side. And yeah, that's a good point from Fox, actually, is Stone Tower Temple is so deep into logic as it is, and you need, like, fire arrows to get the one of the stray fairies. So, really, you could only make... If you want a required item on Stone Tower Temple fairies, it would have to be a song item. This egg song is going to be interesting, because if it's one of the other 2 temple songs, then we'll get to see probably a temple dip from Nona's side that Jess will put off for later. But if it's Oath, then we can't really do much with it. And it's Sonata. Alright, let's go see what Woodfall's got for us. There's Mirror Shield! Oh my god, Jess's Fire Arrows go mode.
Wow.
We'll see how long Jess goes without finding those. Yeah, let's get a bet for fire arrows, shall we?
Yeah.
Alright. VXR, what's the worst place the fire arrows could be? I can tell you worst case scenario for Jess is Kita, because he's going to graveyard without Sonata.
Your shield chest wouldn't be the worst thing, because he might check that when he goes to a Kana castle.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Jess does. He's not able to check the Ego song, which at this point is either New Wave or Oath. So, that doesn't really mean much, though. He doesn't have to worry about Shrine, because that's foolish. So we'll see if he goes for Stone Tower Temple or just hits the owl and then goes to finish eggs. And no, we have not seen Letter to Cafe yet. Nothing on that. That's actually pretty important because we know where Ocean Deed is. It's on Gossip Stones, but we'll have to see if the trade-in item ends up being required. I guess I can check the race room for Mr. Mario Max Chewy. Congrats to Mr. Mario for winning.
Yeah, Bank 3 and Seahorses are sometimes hence.
I gotta say, Nona's probably going to find that mirror shield eventually pretty soon, but it's looking pretty grim for Hungry Goron.
Yeah.
I think that the moment that's going to really decide it is if Nona finds fire arrows and opts to go for Snowhead Temple, they need to check Hungry Goron right before, because once you clear Snowhead Temple, you lock yourself out.
Yeah.
So we'll see. If Nona just decides to be thorough, then they might have a chance, but otherwise, I don't know. Ah, there they are.
Oh,
all right. So, all right, this is going to be pretty crucial, but I think Jess has the upper hand because Nona still has to do Graveyard and has to go up and hit Icona Owl as well as do Hungry Goron. Whereas if Jess just follows Sonata and goes for Woodfall Temple right after this, I think that's just GG.
Yeah, no one was close on the bets.
Yeah. What we need to see here is Jess not going for Woodfall immediately after eggs, and we need to see Nona go for Hungry Goron right before going to Snowhead Temple. So, aside from a pesky light arrow and pesky light arrow on Hungry Goron and Keg on sound check, this actually feels like a Jet Seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not really a reason to go for Woodfall, but I think Jess is actually going to route in Cape and maybe even GBT first, which is not a bad idea, but Woodfall is quite a few checks in a very short amount of time, so it's probably pretty high on his list of priorities. He might just do this and then Ocean Spider chest, and then maybe he'll do Woodfall. Yeah, I think Jess might do GBT just because it saves a Soar, and all the chests are in Logic aside from Fire Arrow, and you get to route that in with Cape, which is a pretty efficient play.
He doesn't have New Wave, though.
Oh, he doesn't have New Wave! Good point. Wow. Thank God you're here, because I would look like a moron otherwise.
Yeah, it's either Woodfall or Stone Tower Temple will be his first dungeon.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you go for... Even he might clear Cape and Hall first, but I think what he's going to do is he's going to check Ocean Spider chest and then Sword of Woodfall.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Cape.
I mean, this is fine. It's on the way, but...
Yeah.
There, so you don't have to try very hard, don't worry. Just watch any of my commentary VODs and count the number of mistakes I make, because I guarantee you it'll be at least 10. So Toda getting absolutely bodied by that dragonfly.
Worst enemy in the game.
Dude, they're like, in Woodfall, they're like, not Woodfall Temple, but like Woodfall, they're like, oh, I see you're just casually making your way through, you know, doing checks and stuff. Let me just lag your game a bunch. How about it, huh? Sound like a good idea? We're like lagging flies, am I right?
Yeah.
Is Jess gonna do beavers? Don't do beavers, thank
No.
God. This is why we're friends, Jess. It just overclocked Dolphin to like 800. Is that magic?
Yeah, it's double magic.
I think, yeah, it might as well
Yeah,
grab
I
that.
get it, yeah.
With FD, you don't really need it, but you never know. And there's Oaf.
Those couples mask on Odala.
So that means that Jess is likely to not be led astray because Oaf is on Temple Clear. Even if he goes for Stone Tower first. He's not going to get distracted with New Wave and GPT because that's locked behind Fire Arrows. You mean beaver tastes great on burgers? People eat beaver? I don't like that. Press 1 if you've ever had beaver.
I have not.
Oh no, nice letter to cafe.
It's night 1.
Yeah. This is actually pretty good for Nona because the more Jess gets led astray from Woodfall Temple, the better. The more opportunity Nona has to do Hungry Goron. That being said, I think Jess is still, again, it's really high on his priority list, most likely. But we'll probably do some haul checks first. But the moment Jess soars to Woodfall, it's GG, I think. Of course, much like Season 1, we're going to see another situation where Jess will be in Go mode without having cleared a single dungeon. Unless he goes for Stone Tower first. I've had elk before. Is that the same as deer? It's probably similar in terms of type of meat, but... Yeah, and again, Jess is just being really efficient here. I keep saying efficient when I mean to say just thorough, that's just his style. With the level of execution that Jess has, he can get away with doing basically everything and still coming out ahead in a lot of races. And that's why we see him win so many races, because even if there's something on a really out-of-the-way check, most likely Jess is going to route that in a way that's not horrifically inefficient. And that's kind of what I mean. So
Last bomb bag.
Yeah, nice. He's going to invert now. I think he's thinking about Letter to Cafe, but he's got so many other things to do. We're definitely going to see a soar here, but where is he going to soar to? If he soars to Woodfall, it's done. Yeah, alright, that's GG.
Now it's just going to be straight up rush dungeons.
Mm-hmm. He's going to be able to go mode 3 of them. And as soon as he gets fire arrows, he doesn't have to do anything else. He doesn't have to waste his time with bow chest. He can just go straight for boss key. Yeah. He is going to go for compass chest first just because it routes more efficiently. But other than that, yeah. I mean, Nona's definitely going to get Mirror Shield. Probably won't have lights, though. Yeah, and we're looking at, like, probably, like, a 2... What's up?
Rip Jess's stream. Oh.
It's fine for me.
Okay, it's just buffered on my end. Okay, it's going fine now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead, my usual thing to do once we know people are in go mode, I'm gonna guess Jess's finish time is gonna be about a 2:25. It's my hard read. Because he's still got quite a bit. He's got to do all of Woodfall, obviously. You're gonna go mode Snowhead Temple, which doesn't take very long. Has to do the ego song and go mode ISTT, which again doesn't take very long. Yeah, that's the numbers in his username. It's how many times he'll die to Majora. Dude, Cadion said the funniest thing in the race yesterday. It was like, who was it? Who won the race yesterday? What was it? Can't remember. It was Dodo. Oh yeah, it was. I think Dodo was in the lead, and Cadion said Dodo could still die to Ganon twice. I don't know. They just caught me so off guard.
That was a really good snapper kill from Jess.
Yeah.
That is go mode.
Mm-hmm. And there's the uninvert from Jess immediately.
Yeah.
Now he's got to think about time of day and such. Hello, Mr. Mario. Hello, Mario. So, yeah, there's VXR's got the command. You're ahead of me. And yeah, on Restream as well, you can see it'll cycle through just like the runner's preferred name, and then it'll show their Twitches as well.
Yeah,
so
their name on .gg is what it takes.
Yeah, the race time name, and then it'll cycle between that and the Twitch, and you'll see the Twitch icon next to their name.
If both runners' Twitch and race time names are exactly the same, it'll just show the Twitch name.
What do you think the Q in Platypus Q stands for?
Don't ask me.
You think that the platypus is based on Perry the Platypus? Oh, it's Quill. Interesting. Platypus Quill. Do platypuses have quills? Platypi? Is that the plural form of platypus? Platypus Quill. Is this an anime thing? Platypus venom? What? Platypuses are venomous? Are you kidding me? Venom glands that are connected to hollow spurs on their hind legs. Oh my god, they got like spikes on the back of their knees. I never knew this. What the heck? That's insane. I'm sorry, we're in go mode. I'm in maximum shitpost mode now. Platypuses are so weird, because like they're the only mammals that lay eggs, right? What the heck?
Interesting.
Spur and curl gland. Interesting. This is so fascinating to me. I'll have to ask Nona about this in the interview. What the platypus in their name is. If you guys are wondering what the 57329 in Jess's username is, that's his age. Yes, indeed. Perry! Maybe Nona does have a pet platypus. That'd be hype.
Yeah, how many days 57,329 hours is. Okay, 2,389 days. Which would be about 6.5 years. So yeah, that's not. That wouldn't be for that.
Mr. Mario, what does the 7788 represent in your username? Close together, absolutely nothing. Yeah, that's what I've learned, is that if people have like numbers and letters after their username, it's usually just meaningless. Does 441 have any significance?
Nope.
What about VXR?
No.
Okay.
No significance.
There's just a random collection of letters and numbers I see.
Yeah, I literally put it in a random number generator.
Nice.
And it spat that out, and I went with it.
Let's go. You know that what is it? 2W69T in Riley's name is just he said he just slammed his keyboard and that's what came out. He's like, all right.
Oh, nice.
Very extreme racer. I like that lore. Let's go with that. Yeah, I was very lucky to get my username on Twitch and not have to put any like supplementary characters in to make it work. Just gonna go for a cool little snowhead tech we can talk about here. This saves a little bit of time. You get a little pixel shot here. If you get this immediately, it saves 9 seconds. And Jess nailed that pretty much perfectly, so nice little time save. Doesn't really matter, but at this point, Jess is just going to flex his execution for like 30 minutes, so we'll get to see some cool displays. Every time I watch Jess play, I just get mad because I'm like, man, why am I not anywhere near as good as this? And he's like 19 years old, man. It's insane. Well, I wish I was this good at anything when I was 19. Yeah, we're actually going to get our first peek at... Well, we know it's New Wave Bossa Nova, but I think Nona's going to go for the castle song right now. Beating Jess to it. But unfortunately, Nona is missing one pesky light arrow.
Yeah.
And again, we'll see. I think Nona's next move after this is to go to Snowhead Temple. But going to be a question of will they check Hungry Goron. Even if they do, I think Jess is just so far ahead that it's not really going to matter. Whoosh. Interesting. Platypus are a regular thing. Do you have to, like, watch out for them? Because I know, like, in Australia, everyone's like, oh, everything's poisonous, you gotta watch out. But if you're in Tasmania, you'd be like, oh, you gotta watch out for those platypus knees. They're venomous, apparently. Only if you're going in water, I guess that makes sense. Invasive species platypus.
No.
Yeah, they can blend in with the beavers, it's fine. And yeah, they'd probably get messed up in the winter. If they live in Tasmania, I can tell you they're probably not used to the harsh winters of the Great White North.
Yeah.
Just as boss music is Click Clock Wood. And yeah, any little chance that Nona had to possibly make a comeback is shattered by the fact that they are going to Snowhead Temple without doing Hungry Goron.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. How cold does Tasmania get? Like 15 degrees Celsius? I don't actually know what the climate's like there. It's actually Tasmania is pretty far south, isn't it? So maybe it does get kind of cold. Tasmania average temperature. You gotta remember it's southern hemisphere, right? So July is the cold month for them.
Yeah.
Average is 5.2 degrees Celsius. Oh, that's nothing. It's Weenie Hut Junior hours. But yeah, it's like the coldest time of the year right now for our friends in the south. Yeah, here we go, off the stone tower. Jess just has to do this, and then he'll route in the ego song afterwards, so then he can soar right to coast and then finish up with GBT. There's one mountain where it snows in Australia. One really big mesa. Winter daily temperatures sit between 3 and 11. Okay, that's like Seattle winter, let's be real. Hobart is about far south as Toronto is north. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, but Tasmania probably gets like the coastalness because it's just like an island, right? So it probably gets a little bit warmer from that. Oh wait, Hobart, is that? Let me Google Maps this. Hobart. Yeah, largest city in Tasmania, or Launceston. I don't know. I'm sorry, there's not a lot to talk about here. We're just kind of waiting for Jess to finish.
Yeah, just climbing Stone Tower right now.
Little bit of elegy speed ups.
Yeah, that's something that's new in this version. It's really nice.
Launceston, I see. Good to know. I don't know if I'll ever make it down to Tasmania, but I'll keep your words of wisdom in mind. But yeah, dude, Tasmania gets platypus and penguins? Sounds awesome. So, Jess doesn't really need arrows because you only need to shoot the one arrow right here. He's going to go for a couple of recoil strats to get through over to Gomez, and then there's pots right outside Gomez where you can get a refill on basically everything. So. Yeah, I know people in like the somewhat more northern Europe areas where the temperature is a lot more moderate. They're fine with the cold, but as soon as the temperature goes above 25 Celsius, they're like, oh, I'm dying. It's like hell itself here. Meanwhile, like Toronto can get up to 40 degrees Celsius. I'm like, this is nothing. Come on. Come on here. Yeah, just doing the double recoil flip strat there to quickly kill the Igor. It's a move a lot of top runners go for, and it's just a little bit faster to do that than to go for glitchless early Igor strat. Yeah, I've heard that people in the UK have not heard of the concept of air conditioning, so unfortunately can get quite toasty. That's right, dude. I guess Australians, they still call it summer, but summer is cold for Australians, which is neat. Yeah, in the summer, my apartment doesn't have AC, so in the summer I just have like a fan pointed at me at all times of the day. But thank God for Crisp on Discord, so you get that nice little noise suppression. You guys don't need to hear any of it. Second try tunnel jump there.
Discord noise suppression because there's a lot of background noise sometimes for me.
Yeah. See, mine's not that bad usually, but here, if I turn it off and then I start typing stuff, you get this. And nobody likes that.
No.
Alright, so Jess is going to go for the one cycle here on Blue Twin Mole with FD, and he nails it. Nicely done. I did not know that, Zoe. That's a neat little fact. It's the best part about MM is that I'm still learning new stuff about this game every day.
Yeah, I think I remember Wizrobe being able to, or being able to reflect Wizrobe attacks with a mirror shield.
So that was a stellar twin mold by Jess. You got the one cycle on both worms. With the blue one, it's consistent. Like, you can get the one cycle every time as long as you execute it right. The red one is completely random if you're able to get the one cycle or not. But Jess was able to nail it, and very, very fast twin mold. And yeah, I'm not seeing... There's no shakiness in Jess's play. He's just going through, doing the motions, and well on his way to round 3 winners.
Yeah, 5 Wizrobe fights in the game.
Yeah. And by the end of it, they don't even play the sub-boss music. They're just like, alright, it's just a regular enemy now.
Yeah, and the one in Stone Tower Temple.
Yep.
I mean, yes, the ones in Akana Castle and Stone Tower Temple shoot fire, but it's still Wizrobe.
Yeah, whatever. Big difference.
Oh wait, 6 Wizrobes, I forgot. Oh wait, no. You don't fight a Wizrobe on the moon.
Is there a Wizrobe fight on the moon? I don't think so. No.
Secret Shrine has one, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, so... Yeah, there's like a gauntlet... Yeah, there's like a Dinalphos and then Iron Knuckles and stuff.
Arrow Master and Iron Knuckle, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's 5 Wizrobes, 3 Garo Masters, 2 Warts, 2 Geckos. A lot of repetitive bosses, and there's like 5 Dinalphos.
It doesn't always...
At a time.
Yeah. Doesn't always rear itself, but there are some pretty obvious signs, especially towards the end of the game, that MM was very much rushed. Because you have stuff like... Oh, nice Gibdo mask. You have like the extra Wizrobe bites that are thrown in. The well isn't even set up right, because you need to go like... Because it's set up to be this big like puzzle gauntlet where you have to find a bunch of items in side rooms and stuff. But you need to like get items outside anyway, so it's like... It's not even set up right. And then like there's the rooms in Stone Tower Temple that have like... Where you just flip the room over and over and you have to push a block. Is like really lazily done. There's not even anything added to like once you clear Stone Tower Temple. The only things that change when you clear Stone Tower Temple is that you're locked out of doing Pohut and Pamela, and there's a single small tree added to Icona Canyon, and that's it. Those are the only changes.
You have to see the Deku strats on Egos.
Yeah. So the Deku bubbles on Egos do the same amount of damage as Great Fairy Sword, so it's a nice quick way of killing Egos. No, Shawnee, you don't. What you need to enter Stone Tower or Shrine in vanilla is you need light arrows, so you need to clear the first half of Stone Tower Temple. And you need 16 hearts to fight all the bosses. Because the game actually locks you out of certain mini-bosses if your heart count isn't high enough. Fox, that's very interesting, actually.
Oh.
Why? What does it change to?
Yes, every grass drop is shuffled.
Nona pulling the tablet for hot spring water before realizing that they're in spring and you don't need that. What is this? Water wheels. Oh my god, Jess showing off the new sauce here. What the heck? Oh my god, that's so funny.
Wow.
I'm not sure that even saves time, but that's really cool. That's a really neat water wheel setup. I've never seen that before. And yeah,
More light arrows, Hungry Goron.
yeah. So Nona unfortunately is going to be a while before he finds those. So GBT is often referred to as just like the dungeon where you get to flex your execution. There's so many little speed ups you can do, and Jess is the master of all the little tricks in GBT. Like he goes for stuff that, like him and like maybe Boo and I don't know go for, and nobody else pretty much. So we're gonna get to see some pretty cool stuff. There's even more when you do all the chests and stuff, but even then, Jess is gonna go for like all the cool sauce. I see. So yeah, so it does save like the transformation time, but when you have to, I'm not sure how you save time from that. Oh yeah, that's a really neat recoil, by the way. The recoil flip there only saves time if you shoot the arrow, but it does save time.
Where is Nona going now?
Well,
I guess Pohat.
yeah, probably. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, okay, I got you now. That's why it's faster. It's really neat. Maybe I'll have to learn that at some point. Yeah, quick little gainer here. And yeah, this is going to be like a 220, I think, for Jess, actually. Doesn't take very long to get to the end of GBT now. Nice little jump here to skip the boss, the sub-boss, the wart boss, whatever you want to call it. And then there you go. Well, I'm gonna go for a long jump here to get over to the red turn key. Nails it. And then he's gonna void out as Goron. It's gonna place him right back in the boss key room, and the water direction is gonna be reversed now. And then we'll be able to get to go for Iceless. Obviously, Jess is gonna go for Transformationless here, where you have to jump on the rotating water wheel and then jump down onto the axle. If you stay on this water wheel as Zora, you get crushed and voided out because it gets too close to the ceiling. So in order to stay Zora and not lose time from a transition from human back to Zora, you have to jump on the axle there. And it looks really cool when you nail it, which of course Jess did.
Oh, nice bow-locked bow on the Pohat.
There you go. That's our last bow, because the other one was in the Pirates Fortress Sewers Jail. So. Here, a little bit of a neat little side hop onto this fence here to skip basically everything in the seesaw room. Yeah, that was pretty much ideal. I didn't notice any real mistakes. The closest thing to a mistake in that GBT was not getting the boss key jump perfect. He did get like the weird ledge clipping, but he still nailed it, so really not a lot to complain about with that GBT. Oh, never mind. That is literally the first mistake Jess has made all GBT, pretty much.
Oh, yeah,
I had to.
Oh, yeah, the other bow in Pirates Fortress was bow-locked. His opponent was bow-locked. So 4-way of the hero items in Ace Clock Tournament wasn't hinted.
Incredible. Yeah, my bad, Jess. But yeah, other than that, that is the textbook GBT right there. That was really, really good. Yeah, there's a reason Jess is one of the favorites to win the tournament.
Yeah, Bow and Honey and Darling can be pretty trolly sometimes. Especially since you can play the game as Deku and get the reward still.
There you go. Gyro's down. Jess just has to fight a very easy Majora fight. Shouldn't be any trouble when he has FD. Just for fun, let's see what's on the Gyro heart piece. It's nothing. It's boring. Yeah, nothing from Pamela. Yeah, Nona's just in a really weird spot, unfortunately. You can go to Stone Tower Temple, but without light arrows, routing uninverted is not great. It's pretty time consuming.
I guess check Egos while you're thinking, and yeah.
So that is just choose up there. Might as well. I mean, does he have a keg for Keg Castle? I mean, I guess he must if he's going for it.
Yeah, I think he must have bought it.
Yeah, Jess is gonna just do a super slide over to Majora, just for fun. The old Jess Hess.
Oh.
Neat little ledge warp here from Nona. Check this out. Side hop. Nope. Okay, yeah. So the ledge there is kind of weird. So if you try to grab it, you'll just warp up. You can do a side hop, and you'll just instantly clip up onto the ledge, and it looks really cool. Turn this cutscene back on. I'm never gonna stop streaming it. Turn the cutscene back on. Yeah, Nona does indeed have a keg here, so it's fine.
What is this music?
This is Foggy Race from Banjo-Kazooie. Our final track going to be it's just fireballs. Doing a little jump slash cancel here for a quick kill on Wrath. And there you go. Oh, one more hit. One more hit's dead. There you go.
There we
GG,
go.
Jess.
2 hours, 20 minutes, and 39 seconds.
What a finish. Yeah, that bottleneck
there's-
seemed... The forfeit from Nona? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that bottleneck seemed like it was pretty rough for Jess, especially with the hard last location of Keg, but that light arrows was clutch. Hello! What's up,
GG.
guys?
Hello.
So, wow.
So light
I'm
arrows,
just gonna say this. That keg fucking stressed me out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we were
was
saying.
I was so stressed when I was doing sound check. I was like, did I forget something, or is it really just here?
Yeah. It was so wild because, I mean, that was a hard last location for you, right?
Yeah, it was. I did everything.
Yeah, but it ended up working out in your favor because you ended up doing basically everything else and getting you the light arrows on Hungry Goron, right?
Yeah.
So,
When I got that, I was like, Nona probably gets this, but like, there's definitely a chance that you don't. So I was like, this might just be a win if Nona does sound check first, but I don't really know for sure if that's going to be the case. So I was like, I don't know. That's
Yeah.
kind of a weird location for those.
yeah, definitely. But Again, yeah, the bottleneck just it seemed like it was super rough for you for a while, and we're like, because we had seen the keg on Nona's side already, so we're like, man, if Jess gets fire arrows on Hungry Goron, that's gonna lead him so far away from that keg. But it was the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So could have
Yeah,
played
I
out pretty
just
differently.
after I just kept doing like mountain cleanups and a temple dip. I just was getting nothing, so I was like, well, it's on one of these bad checks I have.
Yeah. And yeah, from there it was pretty straightforward afterwards. You had Shrine Foolish, so you weren't led astray by that either.
Yeah, that just never was an option, thankfully.
And then once you did eggs, we're like, all right, Jess, go to Woodfall. You're going to Cape, go to Woodfall. We're like, yeah, as soon as Jess goes to Woodfall, it's GG.
I'm guessing at that
You
when
get-
I was finishing eggs, Nona had fire arrows probably.
Yeah, because what happened was you guys were doing eggs at approximately the same time. And then what happened is you went to Graveyard before you had finished
Yeah.
eggs, whereas Nona just went for the hard finish and then went straight to Woodfall. So we had known where fire arrows were.
Yeah, it makes sense. The reason I went graveyard first was because since I was missing 2 items, if I finished eggs right there, I was gonna do everything in Coast and Cape. Like I was gonna do Oceanside Harp Piece and Beavers, but
Yep.
since I went graveyard and got Mirror Shield, I was willing to finish eggs and skip those 2 checks and just do the fast Cape and Hall stuff.
That worked out
And then I went to,
well in your favor.
then I went to Woodfall, which I guess I could have gone to Woodfall first, but I already felt like I was putting off Cape Owl too long at that point, so I just did that
Cool.
first.
Then we saw that letter to Cafe, and we're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I was gonna go straight after Woodfall and STT.
Mhm.
Where was
And,
Letter to Cafe?
It was in Zor Cape Grotto.
Okay. Yeah, never went to Zora Cape.
And we saw you were making good decisions. It's just, as soon as we saw you go to Snowhead and not go for Hungry Goron, we're like, yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, so that would have been like, basically the race was over on the restream like, what, an hour ago? Probably not that long, but still.
Yeah, like probably like 40 minutes, but at that point
Mhm.
Jess was solidly in the lead anyway, so Would've
Yeah,
been- would've-
that makes sense.
been a remarkable comeback. Jess, your GBT, by the way, was really good. That was
Thanks.
just solid execution. I was
I
thinking
made-
you might have been
I only made like one mistake, and that
Yeah,
was
it was
falling off
right
the
at the
green
end.
pipe.
right at the end. I even said on Restream, like, yeah, that was a really perfect GBT from Jess. And then you did that. I'm like, "Ah, I had to jinx you. I'm sorry.
Commentators
I-
first.
I was glad I had other than the goat fight and that GBT mistake, my go mode was actually like really good.
Yeah.
Which I was glad about because my early game movement was just like awful. So I was glad
It
it
was-
was better after I hit go mode.
I was wondering if you were going to be playing on tilt because of that keg, but no, you played really solidly up until the end. So really good showing. Wow. That was a pretty solid race for a long time. It's just that pesky Hungry Goron strikes again.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Yeah,
such a-
basically.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is just such a bad early game. Like with where the items were.
Yeah, but the interesting thing about the early game is basically you needed a lot of things to get the keg, and the keg locked most everything. The only thing
Right.
that was really out of the way were light arrows and magic, but magic was pretty easy location to get, so you're probably going to get that.
Yep, yep.
But then I think every single other item after that point was just on the way to either songs or dungeons, wasn't it?
Pretty
There
much,
was-
yeah.
Yeah.
2 things in Pirate's Fortress, the Garo Fire, or no, Garo Ice, and then the Fire in Woodfall, the Mirror Shield in Graveyard.
East Clocktown, by the way, was insane this seed. Because
Yeah,
you had
like 4.
Yeah, there was bow, hookshot,
Deku
I
Mask
think. Yeah.
and Keg.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
4
okay.
way of the hero items.
Yeah, because the other 2 bows were bow locked, so
Yeah. Meanwhile, the North Clocktown was the one that was marked Way of the Hero for All Night Mask.
Yeah. Yeah, I was getting
Apparently,
worried that You'd have to do Butler for Keaton Mask.
I was thinking that
didn't
too.
have to do that.
Like before I got the, I forget what was the end of that North Clock 10 Way of the Hero, but before I got that, I was worried I had to do Butler for
Captain's
Keaton
hat.
Mask.
You had all night mask on Tingle.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
once you had
for Long
storms and
Story.
healing,
Mhm.
you just know the Captain's hat is way of the hero.
Nona did
matter
a
what.
Yeah,
really interesting move by Nona did the long story very early on and skipped out on basically all of Southern Swamp until second cycle, which was really interesting to see.
that's a play I like to make sometimes, but I just decided not to do it this time. See how
Yeah,
it played
I mean,
out.
You had
Yeah, I
Woodfall Way of the Hero and like everything.
Yeah, I was
right?
like, I
So-
feel like it's better unless Long Story has Goron. Pursuing Woodfall Way of the Hero first probably isn't gonna hurt me at all.
Yeah. And my hope was that the the North Clock Way of the Hero ended up being Goron instead of the Woodfall one, but other way around.
Yeah, rip.
Yeah.
That's just how she goes, it seems.
Oh yeah. It seems like half of Nona's tourney matches are cursed to have like 2 items in Way of the Hero Sewers, because I'm pretty sure your match against ATZ last year had 2 items in Way of the Hero Sewers.
Bruh.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing that
This is
happened.
The match against ATZ last year also had me missing some like item in Goron Village up north again. It was some song item I think that time where I just didn't get it when I was there the first time. And
I was in awe when I got those 2 items back to back in Sewers. I was like, it's just there's gonna be one thing in Sewers. Like one of the items might be like on the way up to Icon, and then the other is gonna just be like at somewhere like Cape Hall or in a dungeon. But both are just sitting. Like 2 items are sitting in Sewers.
Yep. So, Jess is moving on to round 3. Still to be determined who you're going to be playing. I can tell you it's going to be one of 3 people. Either myself, Drunus, or Pixel Shake, depending on how things shape up. Meanwhile, Nona moving down to losers, facing off against the winner of Ego Dev and Exodus, which is happening Saturday, 1:30 Eastern. No, dude, Nona, you're gonna know your second round losers matchup before I even play my round 1. Oops. All right.
a little slow there, huh?
We'll
Listen.
see.
It's not my fault. I forgot I had a vacation last weekend. It's okay. I just have to do the annoying... If I win my first round, I have to do the annoying song and dance of scheduling with Drunus again, which sucks because our schedules are like the worst. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I think that's it. The only other thing I wanted to ask is, Nona, do you have a pet platypus, or what's the significance behind your Twitch name?
The significance is that when I was like 10 years old, I fucking loved platypuses. And
Yeah.
I've used this name for a long time.
And what does the Q stand for?
The Q is a letter that
I
needs to
see.
go on the end because platypuses
Ah.
aren't taken.
Do you know platypuses have a venomous quill on the back of their knees?
Indeed.
What
They're
the
pretty
heck?
cool.
We learned a lot about platypuses today. Yeah, we had some people in chat from Tasmania. They're like, yeah, we see platypuses all the time. Like, oh my
Oh,
god.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Been a kangaroo, but never a real platypus in real life.
Ah,
Sad.
jeez. Anyway, anything else from our runners, or are we good to wrap up here?
No, I think I've said everything I want to say.
I think I'm good.
All right, VXR, take us
All
away.
right, we can wrap this up. All right, so I got a couple links in the chat there for the schedules. One for MMR tournament matches and one for just what's coming up on ZSR in general. Make sure to give our runners a follow, Jess and Nona. Thank you to my co-commentator, Vidya James, and to our trackers, Flygon and Eris. So yeah, we're gonna go raid ZSR 3 doing... they rated, ZSR 2 rated us from a Crosskeys match. We're gonna be raiding ZSR 3, and they're doing a Crosskeys match. So, yeah, returning the favor, even though it's a different channel. See you all next time.
Bye.
Yeah.